His 100th career game. His team did, I should say. Congratulations to the state champion, Madison Academy Mustangs. You just make any comments you want to make, and we'll open up for questions.
Thank you. I'm just proud of my team, the seniors, for staying the course. They set a goal for a state championship. We had a lot of returners. We playing some great football all the way through the season. We've had some adversity lately, injuries. We fought through the pain, fought through some trials and adversity, but stayed the course and won the championship. Hats off to the seniors and all the players for doing their role and their job to win a championship. Everybody's got to do their job and their role. Thank God for him giving us the ability to do this, and for everybody seeing their picture and their part of the team.
Coach, how hard is this bullseye expected to do this, go through 15 games? Can you just describe the pressure and the run?
Yeah, first of all, it's the first time I've had a team ranked 1, from preseason all the way through, and it has been a big bullseye on us. Everybody trying to play their best game or knock us off. And, the great thing about a veteran team is we came out and really, controlled things early, but then with our difficult schedule, playing, a 5A team and a jamboree that was, top 10 team, a top 10 5A team in the regular season, 4A top 10 team, our 3A Regis, week in, week out, great football teams. Tanner, getting ready to play for a state championship. It took its toll on us physically, but the guys stayed the course. We got guys fighting through pain, fighting through injuries, mono, everything else, but everybody did their job. But it was tough having a big target week in, week out. I tried to get the guys to focus on, stay in the moment, enjoy the game. Don't worry about the number 1 rankings. Have fun. You have fun, good things will happen.
Coach, take us through Karen Johnson. I mean, you said injuries. Where was he at coming into the game? Was he 89, 100%? And I guess where did he go through the course of the game, getting nicked up?
I would say from an ankle standpoint, an explosion, he obviously probably needs to answer this one, but I would guess about his sprint ability and the high ankle sprain he's coming off of. He's about 75%. From a shoulder standpoint, he's not 50%. Okay, so, he just can't use that arm at all, and his shoulder's not good, and re-injured it twice in the game today, but stayed out there as a decoy, stayed out there at safety, just, try to swat a ball away, and, that's huge. Fight through. He's been used to, he's been our playmaker the last 2 state championships. We've been as a freshman, as a sophomore, and to take the role of just tough guy, fight through it, got us our first touchdown, made some plays defensively, and take that role and keep fighting. That shows his heart and character.
Coach, can you talk about their switch to the 5 wide, the drive that didn't score, and how key that was that you got out of the house without allowing them to score?
Yeah,
how much did you even prepare for that?
That was huge, and hats off to Leeds. They came out 5 wide most of the game. They obviously started the first quarter doing kind of what they do, what we had prepared for. We stopped that. We scored 14 points. And they quickly realized, I think they got a lot of information from Piedmont, who kind of had a successful game against us a couple weeks ago that we dodged a bullet on, and their quarterback's phenomenal. The Marshall kid, we just had trouble tackling him. He's elusive, good plan, spread, and knife us, but he also threw and made some big plays. But keeping them out before half was huge. We did have a 2-score lead. We could come in, kind of regroup. We thought we had them stopped 2 or 3 times on that opening drive, but defense, we bent, we didn't break. I said that earlier on TV, and that's important. But, think about our offense. Hats off to them. They didn't have the ball from 7 minutes in the second quarter, till about 6 minutes in the third quarter. So we went through over a half of a second quarter, half of a third quarter, entire halftime not having the ball, went out there and scored quickly. And that was, once we did get the ball and go up 21-7, that kind of set the pace there.
Question for the players.
Well, we sit there and we had a game plan to come out here, and I think we executed the game plan pretty well. But they made some adjustments and went to a spread, and so they didn't quite get as many touches as they normally do. But our defense stepped up and decided, and we shut down the pass.
Walk me through that 4th down play where you made the sacks. What you see?
Well, I knew we were in man coverage, and so then all of a sudden I saw him, so I was kind of spying on him. And then when he rolled out, I know we couldn't let him get break contain over there because he's a dual threat when he gets outside the pocket. And when he got outside the pocket, I just took off upfield.
What do you guys think about this championship run compared to the previous one?
Talking that mic there.
Well, the second time was around feels a lot better than the first time, I can tell you that. But we worked hard for this. We worked hard since walking off of Jordan Hare, and to actually accomplish a goal that we set for ourselves last year feels amazing.
I mean, I think we just, like he said, we set a goal from last season. You know, everybody's going to be shooting for you. You got to stay in the course every week, week in, week out, physical schedule. And I mean, we finally accomplished that goal, and that makes it really special. You know, no blemishes on the schedule at all with the schedule we had. And I mean, the seniors led us all the way through, and it just made it even that much more important to us.
We, first of all, I'm proud of these guys because all I did is kick a long field goal. So, these guys and the guys that are out in the locker room, they're the guys that won this championship. I kicked a long field goal. It wouldn't have mattered. We won by 17. So, playing all year, going 15-0, I'm just proud of everybody. I'm proud of Coach. I'm proud of everybody. So, this was a lot of fun.
Coach, every team wants to play that perfect game or strive to get toward it. Compare this one. Was this as close to a perfect game as your boys have played this year?
I would say, first of all, that Nathan's appreciate his humility, and that is true. These guys, everybody has a role, though, and I think that kick was huge. Okay, Leeds had the momentum for a long time. Okay, if we don't score there and it stays a one-score game, everything changes from that point on. So that's a big field goal. He had a game-saving tackle last week from kickoff, so he's not out there a lot, but you know, you make plays like that, and it's huge. But I do think. I've forgotten your question. Just wanted to, but it's
How close was this to a perfect game?
yeah, the perfect game. Guys, to be honest, I think we played, things bounced our way. I think we played some perfect games early on, okay? I think, but you know, that's life, and we were probably 2 plays away in the first half from maybe having a 3 or 4 score lead. And we're playing great teams that have great character and will fight the whole time, like Leeds will. Those 2 plays allowed them to keep this down to the wire until the end. I think if we avoid the turnover and don't let 3, with a great long run and after the smash play that they caught, I think 2 plays you take away, we're probably up 21, 28 points at half. And then, but perfect is more than just executing. Perfect is chemistry. Perfect is fighting through adversity. Perfect is resilient and bouncing back. So if it's too easy, then why are we playing the game? That's what I love about football. It's a great game. You have to fight through pain, adversity, that sort of thing. So perfect in different ways. Okay, the last 3 weeks have made us perfect in different ways. Being able to bounce back, being from behind last week in the semifinals, going into the fourth quarter, that's what makes them champions and will prepare them for life.
Gary, I'll just talk about plays with pain and how much determination.
Basically, I just told myself, everybody out here went through the same season I have, all 14 games before this. Everybody's banged up. Everybody's playing with injuries. That doesn't give me an excuse to take any days off or any games off. They out there every day. I got to put myself out there every day. Even if I'm in pain, they're in pain. We've all got to put ourselves out there for each other. We're all one team. So, got a lot of pain, but this is the last game. I got all this rest to get. And, I wouldn't be able to miss that for the world with my boys.
Talk a little bit about having them that 3rd and long and them going 2 or 10. That seemed to be kind of key right there.
Them going where now?
2 or 10?
Yeah. Well, one thing that changed essentially is I just got out my pencil and paper, if you will, and we just kind of drew it up in the sand a little bit. We tried to put our 11 fastest guys on the field to pressure him. If we let Marshall sit back there, he was going to pick us up. You can't let a quarterback that good and a team that good have 5-6 seconds to play. And so the pressure of just putting defensive backs at end and linebacker and so forth, and just the pressure of getting him on there, I think was big on those big plays you're talking about, 3rd and 4th downs, okay, where he was getting sacked or hurried. We felt like we hurried. He made his big plays when A, he had too much time, or B, he ran. So we tried to put a fast as possible team out there to pressure him and then make a tackle if he did run.
Other questions? If not, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You talked a little about it out there, but again, last time you guys were here, you lost the state title game. How good does it feel to come back in this building, in this stadium, and get that win in the state title game?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Bryant Denny's one of the most storied, venues, stadiums in the world, and it was a heart-wrenching loss 2 years ago. Kerryon Johnson is a freshman, played an integral part of that game. Taylor Zack to my left was a sophomore, was our starting inside linebacker in that game. And, and Leeds found a way to win. Hats off to them. Handley found a way to win. Hats off to them, and they were a big running team. One thing Taylor Zack told me after that game, I don't know if he remembers this, but he's probably put on 20 pounds of muscle. But as a sophomore, he said, I've got to get bigger. We just kind of got run over. You remember the game? We kind of got run over there, and he's put on the way, and we just haven't been run over the last 2 years. And so there's a guy that, set a goal 2 years ago, inspired, got bigger in the weight room, worked hard, and, teams haven't been able to run the ball on us, and so that's an example of a setback. It wasn't fun, losing on an onside kick, but a setback that really gave us fire for last year to win the title at Jordan-Hare, and then to come back with a very veteran team this year and finish 15-0. The nice thing about this year is we don't have the Tanner Coleman blemish on the schedule, so so that's nice being 15-0.
Would you like to, see if they go ahead and elaborate on that?
Say, Lema.
Anybody want to follow up about the winning at both places?
Oh, the Handley game when we were here, it was a pretty hard